if all the money in the world suddenly disappeared? Would the economy collapse, or would life continue as it is? And what if the money we know never truly existed? Could the paper we carry in our pockets be nothing more than a shared illusion of humanity? Money is, in truth, just a story, an abstract tool built upon a collective agreement of what we call value. The only thing that makes money valuable is not its material, but the unconditional trust placed in it. Welcome to History of Economy. We'll explore the deep connections between money, power, and history. And remember, nothing is as simple as it seems. Humanity began its rush into trade with the barter system. But the biggest problem with barter was that the person you traded with had to need what you had at the same moment. This major problem pushed societies toward a common medium of exchange. The first forms of money were grain, wheat, salt, dates, gold, and silver items accepted by everyone. They were used as money because they were rare, durable, and easy to transport. Thus, for the first time, the economy was built upon a system of trust. Today's money has become completely different from the money of the past. Modern currencies have no backing. Their value is not tied to gold or silver. The value of modern money comes from trust in the state, institutions, and the social order. Modern money is a system with no intrinsic value, yet everyone values it. It is not the numbers printed on paper, but the story, the law, and the expectations behind it that form the foundation of the system. One of the greatest misconceptions about banks is this: banks do not just store money, they create it. When someone deposits $10,000 in a bank, the bank keeps a portion for withdrawals and lends the rest as interest-bearing credit. That credit enters another bank account, becomes a new loan, and the cycle continues thus. New money that does not physically exist is created while banks grow rich through interest. As money circulates, it concentrates in fewer hands, making some richer and others poorer. This mechanism is called fractional reserve banking, and it is the foundation of modern finance worldwide. Thus, the modern financial system is entirely dependent on confidence, and when confidence is lost, bank runs and crises become inevitable. To ensure economic stability, central banks step in. They regulate money supply, set interest rates, try to control inflation, and rescue markets when necessary. Money is like the blood in the human body. If the flow stops, gangrene develops. An economic crisis is just like this gangrene. Interest-based practices allowed by governments are the main obstruction to this flow. The central bank then tries to restore the speed of this circulation. When interest rates rise, the economy slows and inflation rises. When interest rates fall, the economy recovers and prices naturally decline. Even the price of a newly built apartment is affected by interest. If the steel was bought with interest-bearing loans, the cost of the apartment rises. If the materials were purchased with cash, the price drops. This is why lower interest leads to lower inflation. Of course, inflation has other causes too. If the money supply grows faster than goods and services, prices surge. Inflation can also come from low production, energy costs, or loss of trust. Inflation is the silent enemy of money, while interest concentrates wealth into fewer hands. Debt is the transfer of future money into the present. Governments bring future taxes to the present, and individuals spend their future income today. But every debt has a price. Economies built on interest-bearing debt are always destined for crisis. The safest alternative is a production-based economy. Production creates real and lasting wealth. It creates jobs, drives technology, boosts exports, and reduces dependency. It also contributes to national defense, strengthening a nation's security. The more a country produces, the more resilient and competitive it becomes in production-focused countries. Income distribution is more balanced. Because value rises from labor and innovation, not just financial tools thus. Production increases both public well-being and sustainable national growth. Interest-based financial markets are built on the triangle of risk, return, and time. As risk rises, potential return falls. These markets are driven more by psychology than by mathematics. Greed creates bubbles. Fear creates collapses in today's digital world. Money no longer lives on paper, but in cards, apps, markets, and crypto wallets. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain offer, for the first time in history, a real alternative to state-controlled money. This may be a turning point that redefines the future of money. Money is a store of value, a unit of account, a medium of exchange, and above all, a contract of trust. As long as humanity believes in this contract, the system continues to function. When trust disappears, money becomes nothing more than paper with numbers printed on it. Thus, the world must return to reality and replace worthless paper with real money. Gold and silver whose value will never fade. If this lit a light in your mind, subscribe. History holds the answers that make things easier. I'll show you.